There has been 137 new no-code tools that have come out in 2022. That's a lot. And that's why I decided to have my own no codes awards to show you my favorite from 2022. There are 9 categories. We're going to go through it. And this will help you decide which one would be great for you to create your own project, business, side hustle, whatever in 2023. So let's begin. My favorite best starter tool, I'm going to give it to Softer. Now, the reason I'm going to be going with this is the learning curve is very low with Softer, and you can create a lot of different things with this thing. Marketplaces, internal tools, you name it. Now, there are some drawbacks because you have more guardrails, there's more constraints, but there are less things that you're going to have to learn and less things that you can screw up. So I think Softer is a great thing to start with. Also, Softer AI came out, so if you're having trouble with copywriting for your landing pages, or you want to have different things with DALL-E 2, you can also just integrate it. You can integrate your OpenAI account so you can start using it. So that's what I'm going to be going for my best starter tool. Now, for most innovative, I've got OpenAI taking it. We've just been seeing Chat GPT. You've been seeing GPT-3 and possibly GPT-4 coming out next year. More details coming later. And also, you have DALL-E, you have Whisper, you have all of these different products that are from OpenAI. Although it's been around for a couple of years, it was founded in 2015. They've really just hit it out of the park this year, and I don't see them really stopping in 2023. So most innovative, I'm going to go with OpenAI. Now, a runner up, this might be out of left field. I'm going to go with Heartbeat. And the reason I'm going to go with Heartbeat is so many people are trying to create communities in Slack, Circle, using Discord. And that's well and good. But then you're Frankensteining together everything, right? So you've got to have Donut, you're using Zapier or Make to do a lot of things in the background. Heartbeat, the team there really understands how to run a community, and just the onboarding, how you have different people in the community, how they're introducing themselves, the automations that you can have with Heartbeat. And for a while, this was on AppSumo, and you could get the highest edition where you had access to the API. I don't know what it is right now. Maybe I'll check out the price, but it's worth it. Whatever it is, it's worth it. Okay. So 99, yeah, custom. So you had full API access. Uh, if it's still on AppSumo, go get it. But you can do a lot with this. So you can have unlimited members at $99 a month, custom brands. It comes with Zoom integration, Gmail, Zapier. It's just all of the headache of trying to Frankenstein together a community the way that you want it. I found Heartbeat. It's such a good tool. The chef's kiss. Mwah. So that's going to be most innovative. I'm going to go with OpenAI, the runner up, Heartbeat. Now, my sleeper pick that I'm going to be putting out, my sleeper pick is Pipedream. If you don't know what it is, imagine it being a more like technical version of Zapier or Make. You can connect APIs, it works really fast, and the pricing is outstanding. Now, there is a downside to this. You're going to need to know how to use webhooks and need to have more experience using APIs to use something like Pipedream. It's not as easy to use as Make or Zapier, but it's really cheap and you can scale it. In fact, I showed this to my brother-in-law, and he built his micro SaaS using Pipedream in like an hour. So it's cheap, it's great, all of those things. Honorable mentions. Let's go there. We have Canonic. Now, if you have not heard about Canonic, Canonic is a platform where you can build the backend using Canonic. So imagine creating a database, but also it creates all of your API documentation, how you can do webhooks, be able to have databases talk to each other. You can be doing all this stuff with Canonic. It's definitely on the low code aspect as well. You're going to need to know the structure, how to build databases, but it's super powerful. A lot of people in low code and developers are using it, but it's still a sleeper. The team is great. A lot of new stuff coming out for 2023. So definitely look out for them. Next up, best design. I'm going to go with Flutterflow. Flutterflow is really powerful. I've been talking about it for about a year plus. It, I would say the best thing that you can use for it is creating mobile applications natively, iOS or Android. They also have a web version that they're really promoting as well. Keep that in mind. Stay tuned for next year as well. But I will say one of the biggest differences would be how slick it looks, how you can have different widgets and different things that you can find in the marketplace or see what other people are doing and you can copy it that allow this to look so professional. I have seen people's apps, especially from their hackathon and different events from Flutterflow, where you would think that they had a design agency use it. How it just the UI UX and the way that you use the apps, it's so customizable. We're going to go with Flutterflow and the way that they keep shipping every single month. It's impressive. Yeah, I'm looking for a big year for Flutterflow as well. The productivity hack platform of the year. I'm going to go with Double from the people from Paperform. This is their beta project that has come out, and it allows you to create documentation while you're working. I love this so much because number one, if you're building a team, an agency, or anything like that, Double can be a thing for you, but also you can use this as another thing that you can sell. If you have your documentation on point, your workflow and everything, tighten that bad boy up, put a landing page, and you can sell your SOPs of all of your documentation. That's what we do. Using different things like Flutterflow, or even when we're helping clients with YouTube analytics and they're navigating and learning how they're going to be charting what they need to do with their account, we use Double and we just package it up, we sell it. And again, that's another that can be a part of your product tier or product suite at a different tier level. So say for instance, you only have a certain amount for group coaching or one-on-one or something like that. Double, I mean, you can be just printing money. I really like it. And they're just getting started. It's really affordable per year. And yeah, I'm a huge fan. Next up, automation. The winner is Make. Now, I'm going to go with Make because of a couple things. Number one, pricing. Uh, Zapier is going to be changing their pricing very soon, and that stuff gets expensive. I think Make is very affordable, and also the UI UX and the way that I can develop my automation. Make, I just feel like that's what I love to use. Again, it depends on your preference what you're doing, but for your bang for your buck, for the pricing, everything like that, Make is just what I enjoy using. You can be doing it for automation for your business or even creating a micro SaaS. You can be doing a lot of the back end using Make as well. So that's for automation. The next one that we're going to be talking about is low code. Now, although I talked about that a little bit in Canonic and Pipedream, I wanted to award a platform that is just pushing it for this category. I'm going to go with Retool. Now, this was tough. This was tough. I have a runner up in this category too. But the reason I'm going to go with Retool is they have really been changing a lot of things in 2022. 2023 looks like a strong year. And then look at this bad boy right here. Startups can get a 25K credit in Retool. That kind of put me over the edge. I was going to pick Buddybase, but especially this year, the way that you're going to be able to scale and really build your possibly micro SaaS or internal tool, that put me over the edge. Now, the caveat I will say this one over Buddybase, there are so many things that you can be doing with Retool. I've seen some people just the design, they get overwhelmed because there are so many things you can do with Retool. It's that blank canvas. Very similar, I feel like when people start out with Bubble, sometimes they just get overwhelmed because there's so many things. And that's why the runner up in this category is Buddybase. Buddybase allows you to create internal tools. And I actually think the workflow of Buddybase I like better, but there are more restrictions and guardrails that's just going to happen in Buddybase than Retool. It's just going to happen. But that's not a problem. And now Buddybase allows you to use the cloud for their database. Before, you'd have to spin it up, do a bunch of things. They've made it a lot easier. But Retool, with that credit, and if I'm trying to build internal tools, and I've even seen it for different SaaS, micro SaaS companies rolling it out using Retool. Don't sleep on that. In the comment section down below, let me know what you think. Have you used any of these tools or questions? Now, I would like to say before we move on, automation and knowing how to use APIs and all those things, we have something with the no code trends report that is showing you how people are making more than 20K plus just because they understand automation and how they're using it in their business or teaching others, having courses, all those things. If you're interested, there's going to be a link down below for the no code trends report where we talk to over 209 different entrepreneurs and builders in no code. So check that out. All right. So now we got two more awards. Next, we're going to go for our PFP. So pound for pound, my platform of the year is going to go to Bubble. The reason I'm going to go with Bubble for pound is it still is the quintessential platform to use in no code still. You have the community that is so helpful. You can build so many different things with Bubble. And I find that it just has a steep learning curve. That's the thing. A lot of people go into Bubble. They think that they can get a template off of zero code, and they're like, "Oh, I've got a marketplace. I've got a streaming service." And they try to use the template. They have no idea what they're doing because Bubble is hard to learn. There's a learning curve. That doesn't mean that it's a bad thing, but there are so many different great bubblers out there, entrepreneurs that have great channels. You can go to AirDev, that's free. Bubble is still the pound for pound best platform for no code. It's not going anywhere. It's got funding, so it's going to even move even faster. Hopefully the UI UX can get better, but I can't say enough about it. All right. Now, that being said, we've gone through all of these. I'm going to be talking about the last award, which is the MVP. Now, the MVP might surprise some people, but this is what we use, and it connects all of our business. A killer. We've used it to create all sorts of things. We're going to go with Paperform. Yes, Paperform is my MVP for this year for No Code 2022. And that's because you can be not only creating your different forms, you can be taking payments, you can create a subscription service, you can create a marketplace. You have all these native integrations that you can create automations, follow-ups versus email, logical branching. The list goes on. And it all comes with one platform. This is all one platform. I don't have to go if I don't want to use Make or if I don't want to use Zapier necessarily. I can do so much damage just using Paperform. I keep coming back to it. Talk to the team, talk to everyone we work with, and we keep using it. And this is by far the most extensive part of our business, using Paperform. It is the Swiss Army knife, and people need to use it more. People need to experience this. We've launched so many different MVPs for people. We have also it makes life so much easier. Now, let me know in the comment section what you're using. What are you planning to do in 2023? And don't forget, if you like this kind of stuff, make sure that you like and subscribe. All right, now, I'll see you in another video. All right, now, bye-bye.